What up? It's your girl Nikki Sinclair. Haven't been on here in a while, but I had to tap in to speak my views concerning Mr. Tyler Perry and Tiffany Haddish mentioning that it's okay to date a homeless man, and if a man can only pay the light bill and he loves you, then that should be enough. And I'm here to tell you, honey, it don't work. Okay, we black women have cursed ourselves generation after generation, overcompensating, covering, lying, creating diversions, creating excuses as to why we are not able to do things, why we're missing out on life, we can't travel, why he can't show up to the parties with us, why he don't come to church with us, why. You cannot possibly have a healthy relationship with a man who can only contribute to the light bill. He's not going to feel like a man. If a woman is paying all of the bills, and he can only contribute to a light bill, that means that they leave no room for mishaps, mistakes, I don't know, parking tickets, car accidents, if he fell and broke his toe, anything. He has nothing. And if you are the one that is carrying the household, then you are the head of the household, which means you're taking on a masculine role of leadership in the household when the man is supposed to be the head. What can he possibly be head of if you got everything and he is a mere liability, an accessory to the Barbie house? It just won't work. And then you'll have a man feeling really bad about himself because anytime you really need something, he's not going to be able to supply it. Anytime you want to do something, he's not going to feel motivated to be a part of it or show up on your arm. He's not. And once you get around your friends and he is to congregate with the men that are there, whether they be a married couple, the husbands are in one corner and the wives are in the other, he is going to be a shrinking violet. He's going to feel less than because he deep down inside knows the truth. I don't care how much you polish that turd. It's still going to be a little stingy. It's still going to be a little bit off. Okay? It's not going to work. And in other cultures and in other races, you are taught to be a man. You are taught to be the head of the household. You are taught to provide. Now, we can squat on other cultures and people from other countries all we want as black folks. But the bottom line is the real men of those societies already know their role and they assume the roles. Now, the ones that are on some 90-day fiance-ish, they're opportunists. You've seen it. That is what makes for great TV. It makes for great TV that a little bitty, unattractive African man is with a 400-pound Walmart Wendy. And she goes over there with her rosacea, her stringy blonde hair that's thinning. She looks and sounds like she has bad breath and bad hygiene. And she goes over there and wants to bring him back over and take care of everything. And eventually, those people come over here. They get themselves together. They don't want to sleep with these people. They don't want to procreate with these people. They want to get on the internet and find who they really want to be with. And as soon as they get their papers, pow, they're gone. Or they'll just go AWOL and disappear. I've seen it. I've seen where the woman had to hire a private investigator to find the man. He went and got a job and started living in an apartment with a different woman who was younger and in better shape. And somebody who he really deeply wanted. And guess what? He went off and got him a job to do better for someone else. And a lot of times, these men that can only contribute to the light bill, as soon as they have a come up, they're going to ditch your ass. Whether it be somebody younger, somebody with no kids, someone of a different race, someone of a different culture, someone from their past who, when they did have it together, they were with them. But then as soon as they fell off and didn't have no money, they ended up with your ass, and now they're back on. So now they're going to find their heyday, the people that knew them when they were up, so they can regain the respect they once had. And the worst part about it is, I'll give you an example. Somebody that I used to date, here I was so excited about him. Oh, he's educated. He belongs to this organization. He's this, he's that. He looks like this, he looks like that. And I had held him down for so long. And as soon as he found him someone that was up, the lady had a career. She had a home, beautiful car. She was beautiful, gorgeous lady. And he married her. They didn't even stay married 2 years. I don't even think a year and a half. It was about a year and a half they separated. She literally had to have the sheriffs come put him out of her own home. She left the home and went to go stay with her parents, a house that she paid for, because she absolutely could not stand him anymore. But she knew what it was when she got with him. She knew that the man didn't really have much when she got with him. But she's thinking, oh, he goes to this church, he belongs to this organization, he graduated college, everything on paper, just like I saw. But when you actually got with that headache, I swear when he left, I wasn't even brokenhearted. I was like, shit, better her than me. I kind of chuckled about it because I knew at some point in life I had gotten used to being with this character and dealing with everything that came along with being with that character. So when he was like, I'm getting married, I was just like, oh, okay, because part of me was sick of him and I wanted to be free. But the other part of me was like, this is an old habit that is very hard to break. I've gotten used to him. I know what comes along with this, and I was willing to deal with it. Now, at one point in time, I really wanted to be with that guy. But after a while of getting used to him and getting to really know him, I didn't really want to be with him. He was just somebody who wasn't around. And I was relieved when he said he was getting married. They didn't even last a year and a half. And let me bring it home to you. In the state of California, he got half of everything. Half of her retirement. Half of the equity in her home. Half of everything. He took her to the cleaners, y'all. And I saw that poor lady, and she was just so defeated and so down and out because she really wanted a man. She felt like, here it is, I have everything, but I don't have anyone to be with, no one to love me, no one to share with. And a lot of times, I blame the Black church because in a lot of ways, they have pressured women to get married, and if you are not married, there is something wrong with you. So women had gotten desperate. They started grabbing anything, a pair of pants, any pair of pants, to say they got somebody. Even if they came to church Sunday after Wednesday, after choir rehearsal, Bible study, with a wedding ring, and man didn't never show up in the church. They felt like, look, I'm married, can't nobody tell me nothing. And here they were, going home to abusive men who were jealous of even the preacher, the pastor. You give all your time down to that church. You want to hear that old preacher man taking all the money? Oh, yes. And then you have preachers and ministerial staff members and the mothers of the church and the missionary board that all side-eyeing you because your ass is single. And they think either you're a whore or a harlot, you have a Jezebel spirit, and then you end up being shamed into getting married. You're shamed into going on in ahead and dating in the church the organ player who claims he ain't gay no more. Everybody got a crush on the boy who played drums because he seems to be the straightest in the group of males that's not taken, and he's slaying them around. Or the praise leader. And then there is recycled people in the church. Everybody has had everybody. Oh, we engaged, which is code for we together and we sleeping together. And a lot of times, those relationships didn't work out. And then you have rival churches, always, what do you call that? Getting together and fellowshipping, but they're in competition of which pastor can preach the best, which choir sings the best, who has the best usher board march. But y'all are constantly congregating and fellowshipping with these churches outside of your church, and then you meet with other people from other churches, and you guys integrate. And then, it's a mess because a lot of these men, they used to smoke crack, they've been in prison, they have drug problems, and, maybe they were living a different lifestyle before they came into the church. And maybe they still are, and they're on the down low. And then here you are, because you've been shamed into hurrying up. It's like playing musical chairs. You got to hurry up and grab a seat and sit down when the music stops. And you end up getting your own self caught up with a stumbling block. Your credit ain't nothing. You want your kids to be better and be educated, but you can't really send them to the school that you want them to go to because you're working on one income. You can't do it all. As a woman, you can't do it all. And a light bill just ain't gonna be enough. Because baby, let me tell you, I got to looking at all of my finances. I said, Lord have mercy. Once the union dues hits, the taxes hit, then I done signed up for all of these different apps. I think Apple hits my account like 3 times a month. $5.99 here, $10.99 there, $2.99 there. Then you got Roku, then you got Spectrum, then you got Hulu, Netflix, all of these different things. And we ain't even got on the gasoline to take that it takes weekly to get you to and from work. We ain't even got on rent in California. And God forbid you need new glasses, you need to go to the dentist, and it's more than a $20 copay. We ain't gonna talk about the toiletries. We ain't gonna talk about everything has gone up. And you mean to tell me that I should go get a homeless man or a man that could just pay the light bill? That ain't gonna fly, boo-boo. And I feel like we as Black women have wisened up, and we are now conditioned. It's not that we don't need a Black man, it's that we've gotten used to being without a man for so long. We've seen our aunties and our grandmothers suffer by the hands of just standing in the gap and just being manipulating. Everything's fine, and they just sit up there taking all that abuse, but still wanting you to love and respect their pair of pants, just like they are conditioned to do. And we grew up watching this over and over again, and we said, no. Not I, said the cat. And then a lot of us, tried the other side, the same sex. And a lot of those women, same-sex relationships, are even more volatile. I've seen some things. I've heard of some horrible things, horrific things, because a lot of these girls are broken, and they are really, really angry on the inside. And a lot of them are just as abusive as a man. A lot of them are just unfaithful as a man. So a lot of the Black women said, well, that's a waste of time. And we find that, you know what? Maybe I'm okay by myself. I have peace of mind. I'm able to make ends meet. And whatever I can't make happen, I'll find a different stream of income. We've gotten second jobs. We hustle. We make plates on the side. We do hair. We braid. We do nails now. I am just so proud of us. To where we put ourselves in a position to where, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have a partner that will love and protect you, and that wants to be the head of the household, and that really, truly wants to create generational wealth with you and grow with you and be an established family in society. However, it's really, really hard to find that these days, guys. Everyone's representative. A lot of these men got married early, and they're broken, and they have low self-esteem because their women, their first loves, who they got pregnant and had a child with, have moved on. They went back to school. They furthered their education. They put their kids in school. And these men who can only afford to pay the light bill continue to work and got hit for child support, and they end up moving back home with their mothers or finding someone to move in with. And so you mean to tell me, if I marry a man that can only contribute to the light bill, and he has a previous marriage or a previous union with children, they are going to need, and they are going to want. And many of us women will feel obligated to accept that child because it's a part of the man. And a lot of us fall prey to that. I'm going to buy him some shoes. Yeah, he just needs this. He can come over. Oh, you don't eat that? Well, we can go and shop for what you want to eat. Oh, you have eczema? Okay, I'll buy you some Aveeno. So when you come over, this will be your Aveeno. This is your drawer. Well, we bought you some new underwear. You understand? Bought you this. We bought you that. Oh, you need to go to basketball practice? And this is the weekend that you're here? Oh, I'll drive you, or I'll have your father drive you early in the morning. He can drop me off first. What kind of shit is that? You're taking away from yourself to help out a man who can only contribute to the light bill. And now you're finding yourself overcompensating and doing more because not only have you accepted this man, but you accepted everything that comes along with him. And you are being played. It is a stumbling block. It is a bill that you did not ask for, didn't ask to pay. You're never going to go have dinner at STK. You're never going to, unless it's with you and your friends, your homegirls, or unless your ass is paying. And you're gonna get tired of that. You're gonna get tired of that. A pair of pants just being around, just to say you got a pair of pants. All your friends, oh girl, we're going on vacation. Y'all wanna come? Oh no, girl, we good. And you just gotta sit there and bite the bullet. You can't really enjoy life. And you're gonna feel lonely because you're gonna have this man who has low self-esteem, who either can't do better or don't even have a wherewithal and a desire to do better for you, to be a better man in your life. And he's gonna end up hating you and resenting you, hating on you. If you guys have a kid and you want your kid to have the best, and he's trying to teach him some ignorant behavior that he knows, you know what I mean? And you're like, oh, babe, don't do that. We don't want to corrupt him like that. We don't want to bring him up like that. Babe, don't let him listen to that. We don't really want him listening to, that type of rap. We don't really want this. We don't really want that. And he's going to feel like, well, damn, what do you need me for? And that's where the abuse and the infidelity comes in and the disrespect comes in, because he won't be able to gather the big picture as far as, hey, let's grow together. Let's be better people. Let's want and do more so that we can have more. Because he's stuck on just paying the light bill. And that should be good enough. And slaying the D and paying the light bill. Anyways, something to think about, you guys. Don't listen to these people. These are multi-millionaires. And they're just doing stumbling blocks and planting seeds for us to fail. Why would you do that? I ain't never seen Tyler Perry move no bum-ass woman in there and say, well, she could pay the light bill. And God knows she could not pay the light bill of the average woman versus his light bill. She probably more than likely would not be able to contribute to the light bill. His light bill over there probably is about $1,200 on average. Because we're talking about central air, central heating, lights on the outside, lights on the inside. It takes a lot to run a mansion. My sister lived in the hills of Calabasas, so high in the hills, the house ran on propane. So there was no heat. And you know how much propane bill was every week? $1,200. $1,200 to keep that mansion heated. Okay? So, you guys, if you're doing your own thing and you're at peace, you can occasionally date. Please, please, please protect yourself, because you have people out here that want to try to get you pregnant and try to tie themselves to you and slow you down. So if you're going to do something, please protect yourself and be on guard at all times. Don't have these people mess up your credit and you're in the poorhouse and you have things going on with your body and shit because you were so desperate for a pair of pants that's not even honest with themselves as well as honest with you. And then they can only contribute to the light bill? No. Don't do it to yourself, y'all. And that light bill analogy is a light bill goddamn lie. Because guess what? Those are the type of dudes, when they want a new pair of shoes, they're going to get them a new pair of shoes. They're going to get them a haircut. They are going to have money for weed, have money for a drink. If they want to go to the bar, they're going to have money for that. They're going to find a way. And if they love you, they're going to find a way. But I'm telling you, those men don't love you. They're opportunists. Because I swear to you, if they was to hit the lottery tomorrow, a nice person would probably break you off and go their way and disappear and find everything that you're not to lay up with and go all around the country and not be thinking about your ass. So again, why should I pull in someone who can only contribute to my light bill? And when they come up, they don't have shit for me but a thank you and a goodbye. Maybe a thank you. And maybe a goodbye. It just doesn't make sense. And then, when you're making all the money, they're going to feel like, hey, I'm accustomed to living like this. I want a divorce. I want to take half. Or, baby, can you buy me some shoes? I need some new shoes. Dry begging. So you're basically going to the light bill money. You're going to be paying that and even more just to make a nigga feel like he's really something in your life. Like you just really appreciate him. And I don't care what you say. A nigga that lives with you and that can only pay the light bill, I promise you, and this is going to be a little bit explicit, but you ain't going to be able to suck at that nigga dick the way you would if the roles were reversed. If I was to move in with a man and he had everything and he contributed to me and he invested in me and he truly, truly loved me and said, baby, I'm going to pay for your schooling, your education, all of the above. Oh, yeah. You're going to really fall for that person. You're going to learn to love someone like that. And I'll never forget my pastor, my late Bishop Johnny Sher said, a woman can learn to love a man, but a man can never learn to love a woman. He either love you or he don't. And I believe that with all of my heart. But love don't pay the bills, y'all. And if a man really loves you, he wants to go above and beyond. I noticed even Jeezy. Now, he didn't have 2 baby mamas, but yet he's worth $10 million. And with the 2 baby mamas, black baby mamas, he ain't never moved their whole family up in his house or any of his properties. But as soon as he married Jeannie Mai, she's worth $1 million, he's worth 10. He moves the whole family in the mansion. And I can only imagine that he would stay gone and they would talk shit about him and they were all eating off of him. And you know the vibes when you come home and ain't nobody really looking for you. They don't respect you. They don't like you. And I'm a firm believer that they were all biting the hand that fed them. That he was just a big black trick to their ass. And you can't pretend all of the time, just some of the time. And he probably didn't feel the love and the respect that he thought he would receive because he's worth so much money. And he looks good on paper. All these years, she's talking about she don't want no kids. White man leave her, she go get with a rich black man. First thing she do is hurry up and have a kid. Securing the bag. You guys be careful. It goes both ways. I'm not here to trash all black men, but I'm just telling you from experience what I've seen, some of what I've even gone through. But based on what I'm observing, a lot of people are they're opportunists and they will use your ass. Okay? They will see that your ass is gullible, you have low self-esteem. Oh, you like exotic women? I'm better than all of them. Come on, let's go. He, I'll be submissive. He. Played the role, and boom, had his baby, got his ass. And even I've seen it time and time and again. You guys don't play yourself. Be true to yourself. Keep the lights on so you can see everything that's going on, y'all. Keep the lights on. I'm telling you. Okay? Don't listen to these people. They've already made it. They are headed for generational wealth. And we're out here trying to do it and make it for ourselves. Don't allow nobody to come in and be no stumbling block. Financially, emotionally, mentally. Cut all of that out. You'll be amazed of all that you can accomplish without all of the abuse, without considering someone else's feelings because they feel less than. It's okay to be single. I don't care. Look at Oprah Winfrey. She's 70 years old, damn near 70. She never got married. She had 7 around, but she never really got married. And she's good. There's a lot of women out here that could actually make it, and they did. And they didn't trick off on nobody. They didn't have to give half their riches away, making financial mistakes. And they move forward. And I'm letting you know, if you don't ever have no love, love yourself. Okay? You'll get used to it. It's hard. Being lonely is hard. It ain't easy. But you get used to it. You get stronger. And you get to see what's what. And I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I didn't meet somebody and just threw caution to the wind and just went on the whirlwind romance and lost myself. And that was a big setback, you guys. But once the lights came on, I became self-aware. I acknowledged the mistakes I made. I forgave myself, and I'm in a rebuilding stage. But do you know how far along I could have been had I not indulged? Had I paid attention to all the red flags? And I'm not saying, we all get weak at times. We all get weak at times. And a lot of times, the enemy knows what we like. And we fall prey to it. But again, forgive yourself. Make better decisions. Stand strong and stand firm. Follow your first mind. Don't allow nobody to shame you or make you feel like you're so negative. Everything is not like that. Why do you think like this? No. You need to rise above that and listen to your inner man. Because you know what you can bear. They don't know what you can bear. And a lot of times there be haters to want to see you with someone that they wouldn't even date. And then they go home and they clown your ass. They say what they mama, or they go to your Instagram or your Facebook page and they clown you and your relationship. And they talk